How's it going, everyone? This is Mitchellmander here, and we got a new trailer for the upcoming Rakua portion of the Rayquaza Rising arc, and oh boy, there's quite a bit going on here, so I want to talk about it in today's video, so we're going to go and do that. Now hold up, wait a minute, before we go any further, I just want to say if you're someone that's brand new to the channel, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and watch the video to the end. All these factors really do help, and I would definitely appreciate it. Now, let's talk about this trailer, shall we? Now, obviously, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here because this is obviously not the important information, but yeah, we're at Rakua finally, and it looks pretty neat. I like it. It is a Pokemon paradise, obviously, so you see some legendary Pokemon. Zapdos makes an appearance, and some others as well. Obviously, the Pokemon here are living in harmony. However, as we know, Rakua kind of harbors a dark little secret called Requiem, and yeah, let's move on to that now, shall we? So we eventually make our way to basically where the Requiem crystals are at, and guess who we meet? Lucius! Just as I was expecting. So, yep, we meet Lucius, and he hasn't aged a day since he was sealed in Rakua. So pretty much confirms the theory that Requiem basically causes one not to age. I mean, Gibeon has aged a little bit. Later in the trailer we do get to see Gibeon's face, and you can tell that he's aged a bit, and it's probably because he hasn't had like complete contact with the Requiem, so he probably has aged at least a little bit. He at least looks like he's older. But Lucius, he hasn't aged a day, so I find that to be very interesting. So another thing that seems to be interesting too is that Lucius doesn't seem to be, you know, greatly affected by the Requiem in any other way. It's not like he's gone mad. It seems like he's joining up with the others. I mean, maybe it's a ruse. I don't really think so. I don't think they're going to go that route. But I just find it interesting that he's unaffected by this. So has he found a way to, like, not go crazy when he's surrounded by the Requiem? Or what? But yeah, it's not really sure. Maybe he found a way to basically get around that madness or something like that, and now Gibeon is coming back, and maybe we're gonna convince Gibeon to stop being a bad guy and you know, come over to the light side. I don't know, kind of cheesy there, but I don't know, I just find it interesting that Lucius, not only has he not changed at all, but he hasn't gone crazy as a result of Requiem, which is kind of interesting because he's been stuck there for 100 years. So you think if somebody who is basically rendered immortal doesn't need food or like anything, he's just stuck there for 100 years and he's not gone crazy by this point. I was gonna say anybody else would probably lose their minds, but it seems like Lucius here has kept his sanity. But then we move on to what is essentially the main portion of this trailer, which is basically Liko and the others battling the explorers, and yeah, there's gonna be a pretty big battle that's gonna be happening likely in episode 86, probably moving on to the next few episodes after that, and it is going to be very interesting. We got the admins here. It looks like, I'm gonna just assume all the admins are here because Spinel's here, Songo and Onyx are here. I don't know about Agate. Agate wasn't shown off here, but I'm under the assumption that she's here as well, and obviously Amethio shows up, but more on him in a second. But it's interesting because we have Onyx and Songo battling, and it looks like Liko is going up against Onyx, and then Roy is going up against Songo. It's like round 2 now. From basically from back in episode 66 when Roy defeated Songo and Liko defeated Onyx. This is their rematch. And the most interesting thing about this is that Screamtail is actually Terrasilize going up against Crocolar. So that's interesting. So, hey Liko, Roy, and Dot, you guys got, you know, a second Pokemon that you caught. It'd be really cool if, you know, you Terrasilize them as well and use them in battle. If Songo can do it, I think you can do it as well. So, please and thanks. Now, another interesting detail that I saw in this trailer is that obviously Freed is going to be battling against the Explorers. That's pretty obvious. That's a given. But it looks like Captain Pikachu is actually getting affected by the Requiem. And we all know what happens when Pokemon get affected by Requiem. We saw what happened with Umbreon back in the Terrestrial debut arc. The Pokemon goes feral, and they become super powerful. It's like they get like 100 rare candies at once. And yeah, we already know how strong Captain Pikachu is. So, are we gonna have a scenario where Liko, Roy, and Dot have to battle against Captain Pikachu, like a stronger Captain Pikachu than it already is? Yeah, that's like a nightmare scenario. So that's gonna be interesting to see if maybe we get like an episode title that's like Captain Pikachu versus the others, Liko, Roy, and Dot, or something like that. Not really sure, but maybe Terapagos can come in and save the day. We'll see what happens. And of course, we got Gibeon showing up, and like I mentioned earlier, it looks like he's aged a little bit. He's only gotten some Requiem, so obviously Lucius has all the Requiem, so it preserves his age, but Gibeon over here only gets a little bit here and there, so he's aged a little. He's aged slowly, but he's aging nonetheless. But anyways, we get 50% Zygarde versus Liko, Roy, Dot, and of all characters, Amethio. So yeah, we got Gibeon showing up with 50% Zygarde, and then Amethio is teaming up with Liko, Roy, and Dot to go up against his grandfather. So that's crazy. So what's going to happen in the Amethio's Resolve episode, or episode 83, to make him want to join up with the Rising Volt Tacklers? That's going to be interesting to find out. He's going to find out something in this episode that's going to make him oppose his grandfather, I feel. So that's why he's here. He's here to basically stop his grandfather. Now, is Amethio going to join the Rising Volt Tacklers after this? I don't know. He might have his own agenda, and obviously he's got Konia and Zur as well, so they might still do their own thing separate from the Explorers, but yeah, it's pretty clear that Amethio is essentially gone against his grandfather for real this time. And he probably also needs to get some revenge on Spinel for kicking him out of the Explorer, so I guess we'll see what happens. And lastly, what about Spinel? What is this dude planning? I might actually make a video about this, but this dude has been kind of a mystery for a while as to what he wants to do. Because he's been withholding information from the Explorers and Gibeon himself, so it's obviously he has his own agenda along with Agate. They seem to be working together for their own purposes, so is something major going to happen here where he basically comes out and betrays Gibeon? Well, Gibeon's like battling the kids or something like that and takes all the Requiem or something like that. Not really sure, but we need to keep our eye on Spinel because, yeah, he is plotting something, that's for sure. Alrighty guys, that's all I got for this video, so in the comment section down below, post your thoughts. What do you think about this upcoming Rakua arc? What are you most excited for? Liko, Roy, and Dot teaming up with Amethio, Gibeon having his 50% Zygarde, Captain Pikachu getting affected by Requiem, meeting Lucius, just going to Rakua in general. What are you looking forward to the most? Let me know in the comment section down below. And obviously, if you're someone that's brand new to the channel, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And guys, have a good day or night, River Rat, and I will see you all later. Bye now.